welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, I'm going to be looking into mini moon messages for you. So these are going to take the direction of your moon energy. So that's similar to the Divine Feminine energy reading that I did a while back. However, the moon is more of a subconscious energy. This really delves into what is steering or hidden in the depths of your subconscious emotions. Okay, so I'm curious to see what will come out. For pile number 1, we have a clear quartz. Pile 2 is rose quartz. Pile 3 is amethyst. And pile 4, it sounded like I said pow. Pile 4 is milky quartz. So choose whichever resonates with you the most, and I'll see you at your reading, loves. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this clear quartz, then you're at the right place. Let's take a look at your main energy. Ooh, you got new moon. A new start is coming. So perfect way to come in with a clear quartz, clearing old staggy energy out and bringing in new energy. So what does this mean? That means that probably there's a lot of clearing that you are currently in the process of doing. New moon is very powerful energy, and although like the standard is typically seen, I feel that the full moon is more powerful than anything. That's what's associated with, you know, the intense energy that brings out the werewolves and the vampires and the criminals, supposedly, according to statistics, because of the powerful, potent energy of the full moon. However, the new moon itself is very, very powerful, okay? So it's what's hidden, but in this place of being hidden, there is so much work being done behind the scenes in this cycle, energetically, is what I'm saying, right? I pictured the moon like sort of like working out and cleaning their house and doing all sorts of crazy things. But that may be what you've been doing, actually, pile number 1. Now that I'm thinking about it, that has to mean something. But really, like, whatever it is that you're doing, which could be that, actually, no, okay, it's not that silly now that I think about it, guys. Because this energy of whatever is hidden deep within your subconscious emotional body or emotional energy, however you want to view that, it is being cleared out at this time. And so that actually may be in that way, like you may actually like, because everything is energy, right? So if you are, let's say, working out or cleaning out your home, you know, that's literally energy that you're moving around, getting things flowing. Where there's staggy energy, you know, like that corner or that closet that you just stacked things up and you don't move or go in there or nothing, you know, there's just no energy movement in that. It just becomes stagnant energy. And even though they are belonging, like non-living things, they are energy nonetheless. So that's the idea of that, like feng shui or something, however you I was gonna say however you prescribe it. However you pronounce it, I meant. But I feel like you're doing whatever you're being guided to do in order to clear all that out, okay? With the clear quartz and the new moon energy, that feels very powerful in what's going on in your moon energy, okay? So I am going to pull additional cards just to see. It feels good because this is the time, like whatever you're making space for in whatever areas of your life, like you're allowing for possibility to come from that space that you were creating, which is a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? It's like clearing the chalkboard. And now you're able to like write anything you want on there, draw anything you want on there. Let me do that, and then I'll do like 3 of these. this is a mini reading. I remembered this time because usually I don't remember to mention that they're mini readings. I usually put it in the title. So give me 3 main energies for what's going on with pile number 1, subconscious moon energy. I love it. It's the one of, is this earth, water? Is this water? Because it feels fiery, but it feels watery as well. Okay, that's gonna mean something to someone. What else? All right. We have emotion and intellect, card number 11. I love this. I love this. We have 11. We have 1. We have a new start, which is what the number 1's energy is, right? We have union. What is this? 10, 11, 12, 13. So you may be the pile that I keep on, the 1313 pile. That's coming to mind right now. I love that I've been connecting energies in my readings lately, because it is really like a storyline that continues. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Yeah. Like I said, it's clearing the board, and I forgot to read this one. Be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So yeah, it's going to be the beginning, the clearing for the beginning of endless possibility and expansion. Why? Because there's a lot of clearing out and making room for new. I feel like new is what you really want. I feel like you are purposefully clearing all of that out, purposefully, like I said, like intentionally, like the way that I saw the moon, like going in there and like cleaning the house. And what else did I say? I don't remember what else I said that the moon was doing, but that's what the moon's doing. That's your subconsciously, I don't know whether you realize that. Maybe you've been feeling like a little like overly active, or feeling like you're running out of time, or just feeling like there's a lot to get done. Something like that is what I'm getting for you. But I kind of don't know where I'm going with this reading, to be honest. I feel like I'm just like making aware to you what's going on, and you should feel this. It would reflect in your life in the way that I'm explaining it, like something that you're doing or feelings that you're getting, intentions that you are setting. For a lot of you, I feel like this is an intention of union, either within yourself or in your external, in your external life. Perhaps you're calling in, ooh, yeah, some of you are calling in a union, because look at this owl. Owl? I said owl. It's not an owl. Clearly it's not an owl, right? I meant to say howl, like he's howling, but owl was like strong animal totem in some of my other readings lately, so that might connect somehow. But anyway, this wolf down here, he is howling, okay? So I feel like that's your subconscious just like howling and calling in union. Yeah. Shared vision, I'm getting, like calling in somebody who shares your vision. Who sees you. Ooh, I love that. Okay, somebody who truly sees you, but like your soul. Somebody who sees your soul, not just your flesh. Okay. Let me, what are we at? We're at 8 minutes. No, that's a fairly good reading. I am just going to get you an advice, but I didn't realize what what decks I was going to be using. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I decided, not necessarily advice. I forgot what this one's called. Yeah, I cannot remember what the name of this stuff is. If I remember, I will like hopefully remember to edit. Pile number 1, I'll edit on there. But this energy is just very like deeply attached to emotions. So we'll just go with that. Oh, okay. Appreciate this moment. Card 33, that might be significant. I think, yeah, there's been lots of synchronicities in these readings lately. So I know for damn sure that 33 I've mentioned for a main energy, if I can recall correctly. So we have appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. I feel like this is really about present moment, like focus on present moment, right? Because a lot of the times we're not in present moment. We're like thinking about stuff that already happened, or we're like fantasizing about what the future might hold, versus just appreciating where you are in this time and space at this exact moment, which is somewhere, right? Because it's not life like they say. Me acting like I'm 100 years old and I have like all this. Well, I do. I feel like I'm old, like old. Yeah, so I've had lots of lives, guys, so I can say, you know, that they say that life is not about the end game, like where you're headed, right? It's not about reaching somewhere, even though most days it feels that way. It's either you're just trying to make it to the weekend, you're just trying to make it to next month, you're just looking forward to next year, you're just looking forward to tomorrow or whatever. But versus the actuality, which is it's about the journey. It's about what each day can bring. You know, every day has the potential for anything. It's just about the decisions that you make, you know, and not, although we can't go and spend each and every day. Oh, well, maybe we can. I was going to say, although we can't go live our life to the fullest each and every day, but I mean, I guess you can. Like, who am I to stop you? This is about making the most of each and every moment right now, wherever you are listening to this reading. Appreciating where you are, appreciating your experiences, appreciating having gratitude for what is good, you know, what feels good, what gives you good vibes in this moment, in this day, as the day continues. Okay, so every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So that's a good energy to be pulling on. This feels good. I thought we were going to go into like deep, dark. But this is a good message because I was like, I don't know what I'm calling on. Making a reading about the moon energy. But this is good stuff right here. Your moon is doing some work. Your subconscious is getting cleared of anything that may have been keeping this new energy from flowing through. So I love that for you, pile number 1. I just saw 12. With these synchronicities, I tell you, I love it though. But if this resonated, please let me know how in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of those things that I would love for you to do. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this rose quartz chunk, then you're at the right place. Wait. I was already about to forget, by the way, 11. And also, when I was doing, like, shuffling the piles, I mean, the decks that I'm going to be using from pile, because I just use them for pile 1. Whoa. Can I just say that y'all have heavy, well, that's silly. It's the rose quartz. It's pile 2. You're my collective. Y'all have freaking like heavy love in like your vibration. And so much that it is like bringing in love. OMG. Chloe snoring that loud was like confirmation. If you've been feeling like your love life has been sleeping, well, no more, pile number 2. I just saw 111. That's too funny. Okay. All right. Anyways, I was shuffling all these crazy cards about like romance and love and stuff were like showing themselves to me. Receiving love, being open to love, feeling safe in love, true love. All of those things were showing themselves to me, and I was like, okay, calm down, pile number 2. But it's always pile number 2 who has like the heaviest energy. I've noticed of like, it's the messages that come through the strongest, because I feel like pile number 2s are more like in tune with me for whatever reason. If you resonate with that number, like you're more in tune with with me, however that is. Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to look at your main energy. Fixed moon, hold your vision. Okay, so yes, that's where you are. You're in the halfway mark. You're in the halfway intermission of self-love, and for a lot of you, I'm feeling y'all are in like romantic cycle that is beginning to really shift into something more solid, something more visible, something more what's the word? Hold on. Pile number 2, I just had a whole like side adventure in the midst of your intro. Real quick message for some of y'all are fertile as hell. So I'm saying energetically, but that like vibrates into all aspects of your life, okay? So heavy Empress energy, again, doesn't surprise me. What am I hearing? I hear something in the distance, but I can't make out what it is. Okay, sorry about that. That was a whole other thing also. I don't understand. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Because in the middle of your intro, I started to get messages because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And so I started getting messages from my friend who is Empress Energy. She's very, very pregnant at this time. And so she's just like emitting this beautiful Empress fertile energy. And so she started messaging me, and right away I started picking up on that energy because I kept on seeing the notifications. And then when I was like, hold on, it's because my daughter was coming in and she was like showing me that she had just cooked her own egg, because I've been trying to teach her how to cook. So an egg seemed like it, that's how I started to cook, with an egg. So sorry to those of you who are vegan. My bad. I don't mean to offend you, but yes, anyways. I always feel the need to apologize. But yeah, so she came in with like a cooked egg, and I was like, okay, the fertility, and then there's this just like egg. It was like ding, ready to go. Like, yeah. So like I said, this is energetically, so do what you will with that. I just saw 444 also. So all right, hold your vision. What did I say I was feeling from that? I don't even remember. Did I say? Yes, I said you were like in the process of like heavy mid of that energy. Sorry, that was like 30 minutes ago. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. I love that so much, because remember I saw that like love energy and the creative energy with the baby. Fertility. What was I gonna say? Eileen. Yeah. And then I just saw the notification. And she was saying something about her baby bump. I think she sent a pic, but I'll see it in a bit. Eileen, I am energetically calling you to this reading. I summon you. JK. Alright, so let me get energies for pile number 2. We have intuition. Yep, that's number 2, the High Priestess energy. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Oh, there's Charlie. Trust your intuition no matter what. And then let's get 3 main energies. So how does fertility connect with your subconscious moon energy? So it does come from within. It is, oh, you got 4, okay. Card number 11, body and mind. Remember I said 11 at the beginning of your reading? Was that you? Was that pile 2 that I said 11? I think it was. Then we have card 12, the hero. Then we have card 13. Ooh, steady progression. There's 11, there's 12, there's 13. The Queen of Air. That's like the Queen of Swords sort of energy. And with this emphasis on body and mind, like, yes. I think, hold on. Let me look at the last one. Yep. Okay, so this is the 9 of Air. It's typically the 9 of Sword energy, but in this specific deck, I don't, well, sometimes, yeah, it comes through that way, but it's not coming through that way this time, okay? Which doesn't surprise me, right? Because this is like my collective pile, so a lot of mental, what's that? Electricity constantly going on. Doesn't matter. Meditation is something that has to be a very strong part of your spiritual life, journey, days, whatever, however you want to connect it. But because of all this mental energy that you have that is just constantly like sending little sparks, is that the word? Yeah. Like all the little sparks, the synapses, the chispas. I'm going to sit with this because I need to see what is going on. There's something very powerful going on with vision because of the emphasis on the air, strong air here. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, I'm glad that I did that because what I feel is going on with you, pile number 2, in your subconscious moon energy is that I have to sort of give it like a backstory. So story time. Going back into your past. Pile number 2 is very emotionally sensitive, but emotionally mature, I would say, in having like full acknowledgement, because I feel like a lot of people, no, that's the wrong wording to say that a lot of people don't have. I feel like everybody has awareness of their emotions, but pile number 2's energy is that to be able to tune in, or the will, the desire to tune into what's behind the emotions, which is what the subconscious is, right? Versus just acknowledging, I feel sad, I feel frustrated, I feel overwhelmed, but not really like addressing or accessing where the root of that is coming from. And I feel like the pile 2 energy has a big capacity. There's a lot of depth, and I always have to say that word slow because I say it wrong. There's a lot of depth in pile 2 energy that is just like an expansive dark ocean of capacity and depths that keep it's like, yeah, like ever expansive, like never getting to the bottom, right? Like you're just exploring the depths of your subconscious emotions in order to like really see what's there, like what's, you know, like out of curiosity of where your emotions are coming from. Because you've been able to explore the depths of your ocean, you're like an advanced scuba diver. And to where scuba diving is dangerous, right? Like it's so freaking dangerous. I watch a lot of stuff. Let's not get into my personals. But yeah, I've watched lots of like documentaries and things like that when it comes to like diving. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. Like you have to be very trained. I just saw 11, very trained and skilled in being able to manage going into those depths and coming out alive. And that's like a very good metaphor and comparison to what it is to really delve into your subconscious, okay? So anyways, to connect that story, pile number 2, to this energy, it's like your entire life, if you're my collective and you resonate with this reading so far, you have had this entire ocean of emotions that you acknowledge very, very clearly, that you've explored, but never really maybe valued, or never maybe saw that as a strength. Because I know in my personal experience, I always saw like my emotions, I just saw 12 as like a weakness. Always, because that's how it was always presented to me. Like I was just being too weak. I was just making a big deal. I was just being too sensitive. I was just a big baby. Like whatever, you know what I mean? But I was just like, well, damn, like I'm doing something wrong, because how the hell, like I just assumed everybody felt as deeply as I did, and like I was curious about those feelings and where they were coming from, because it was just so many of them. Like that's how I experience my world, is through my emotional body. And so there was just an overwhelming amount of emotions. They were constantly bombarding me, and I needed to understand, or I wanted to understand. And everybody's just like, why are you even focusing on that? Like none of that matters, you know what I mean? So I was always taught that it was just like a weakness of mine to have such heavy focus. I just saw 13:30. To have such heavy focus there, and such a strong draw to emotions, or yeah, just delving. They're like, why are you going scuba diving all the damn time? Like, and I'm like, because I need to know what's there. I found something there the last time, and it was very interesting, and I want to go back to see what else that might be interesting. Something like that, okay? So, all right, now I'm finally truly connecting. Sorry for my rambling, but I'm truly connecting at this time and saying that what you used to not be able to see as a strength is now very strongly emerging in awareness to you as a solid ass strength, okay? Why? Because being able to have explored the depths of what other people wouldn't fathom, or not even trained. They're not even trained to scuba dive. LOL me trying to pump up your ego. Like, others aren't even trained on this. Others wouldn't dare scuba dive to depths that you've gone, pile number 2, but you're finally like embracing this as a strength, and it is truly a strength. Why? Because when you can recognize the depths and the root and make those connections as to where certain things are coming from, and the subconscious is everything. That ocean that you've been diving into, my freaking wrist always popping every time. I did it again. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm so embarrassed. I feel like a crickety crackety. No, not crackety. Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, so for your moon energy, you are very aware of your moon. You have explored your moon. And mind you that there's plenty more. Like I said, it was an infinite ocean of subconscious emotions that you've explored wherever you are on your journey. You know that you're aware that there's still more. There's like an endless amount to explore. It's an infinite depth that it reaches to. But I feel like you are really using this as a strength, this intuition, this understanding of your feelings, and being able to say, I feel this way. That's your intuition. I feel this way, and this feeling I know is coming from that I explored at that time during that scuba dive. and being able to sort of like create this library of awareness. This awareness that you have of where certain things are coming from and being able to use that as a strength, okay? All of this air energy, I really feel like it's giving you a strength. So bringing everything that you've gained in your subconscious up to the surface, and I feel like it's really what's something like that as above so below, but so below as above as well, right? Because it's like a mirrored effect, and I feel like having that strength and that expansive like library of scuba dives on your belt is really helping you bring that into the surface, okay? You're using it as a strength now versus as a crutch that might have felt like it was holding you back in the past. You're using it as a strength to help you illuminate those strengths that you hold within into your exterior life. Ew, look, I said it again. It's external. External, I meant. I keep saying exterior, but it's external, and I feel silly. Anyways, yeah, you're bringing it to the surface. A fiery climax approaches the hero like you were just being illuminated with his strength. What is a hero? Somebody that others look up to, somebody that does good deeds. I thought of Robin Hood. But yeah, it's a strength, and it's showing, and it's creating this. Yeah, oh my god, I love this. You know why? Because this is like the internal subconscious moon energy, and really like having a lot in there, a lot invested there. But now these messages are telling me that it's, you know what, I'm just connecting this to the, oh, I was going to say illuminated like the sun energy before I forget. So this is your moon energy, and this is now the sun's energy. You're bringing out, you know, what's within, without. There was more I wanted to say, but then I lost it. This was supposed to be a mini reading, and we're almost at 20 minutes, pile number 2. But there was a lot going on. Okay, so this definitely connects with, and I lost it. What were the messages I said in the beginning? In the beginning, we looked at this one, hold your vision, and we were talking about, oh, self-love. Okay. The self-love. Okay, so let's bring that back to the scuba. If you've been working on self-love and really just honoring yourself and accepting yourself and embracing yourself as who you are, and therefore making, I just saw 1919. I'm going to keep on calling them out, because when my eyes go to my phone and I see that exact number and it's a dual number, I have to call it out, okay? So, damn. I lost my train of thought again. The self-love work. Okay, so scuba diving. Scuba diving, whereas before you used to just go and explore, like all of a sudden now you started to interact with the ocean versus just being an observer. At some point in your journey, you started to interact with the ocean every time you would go scuba diving. And so this example would be like bringing light down into the depths of this ocean when you're scuba diving, and sort of like leaving it behind. And then the next time you come, you leave a little, like, let's just say like an infinite lantern, one that never goes out. So you were like planting like little lights down in your subconscious. So now every time when you come down, it's just like fully illuminated in certain aspects, at least those that you've explored. And so it's starting to shine through to the surface, the amount of illumination that you've put down there, the amount of lights that you've planted. It sort of give me this. So like, let's say you're looking down into the ocean. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's leave the dragon because he's cute. If you're looking down into the ocean, then all of a sudden you just see these like orbs in the water that are just illuminated. That's how I pictured it. That's what you're doing. Like the illumination that you're putting down in the depths of your subconscious is like starting to shine through to the surface, which is like the 3D world, okay? And so that's going to be, yeah, if it's self-love that you're planting within that is starting to shine through, that's going to reflect now in attracting love, love in all aspects, okay? In all aspects of your life, you're going to be attracting love, love. And for a lot of you, I feel like this is very like passionate love and all of that. Well, how else was I going to connect this? Oh, with creation. If you were putting healing there in subconscious areas, if you're taking down little, it's all about intention, right? With each little orb that you're leaving there every time you go within, what the intention of that was. Like, let's say this orb that you left behind was like a self-love that you placed in a part of your subconscious that needed the self-love. This one needed a little place of healing. This one needed some childhood healing, or this one needed a heart wound healing, or a throat chakra healing, or whatever. Like, all of these are starting to illuminate and come out into your external life at this point. And I love that. I need to stop already. We're already at 22 minutes, and this was supposed to be a mini. And I'm always complaining. But yeah, that's what I got for you. This is beautiful, very powerful energy, and I love the little story time that came through. That was a really cute one. I liked it. Let me get you some, just a oracle advice card for pile number 2. I just saw 2233. I feel like I'm getting ridiculous. I remember when I first started watching tarot readings and people would just like call out random numbers. And I was like, what are they doing? What is this bingo? Just kidding. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Card number 38. This is something. Ooh, there's full different messages coming through for this, but it's giving me the same thing. It's giving me the same thing of things that are like held within coming to the surface, because this almost looks like this person's wearing a mask, almost like a secret admirer, hasn't like expressed, because it's talking about speak with love and truth. Like, so there's some maybe like secret admirers. You're calling them in though, is the thing. Like, look at her here, like pretending like she's not aware that this person's like coming up behind her with this beautiful rose and the little cupid. This person wanting to offer her this cupid loving rose, and she's just like in her best dress with her hair all did with cute little pearls. She knows what she's doing. She's over here pretending like she doesn't see the secret admirer, but she's calling it in, is the thing, okay? She's calling it in. She's like put on her best outfit, lit up the fireworks, illuminated the full moon, and she's like, I'm just gonna wait here. I know they'll be here. Whoever they are, they're gonna show up. And I feel like they're showing up. You may not know who this person is, you may not. I feel like they're already in your experience. They're already like in your, yeah. You know, like you have a connection to them somehow. You've met them at this point. That's sort of what this energy is giving me. Or maybe not, right? But I feel like for most of you, yeah, you've met this person. But for some of you, you don't know that this person is even interested in you. With the mask, there has to be some awareness, because I feel like she expects him. But anyways, I'm looking too much into that. I need to stop. I just felt the need to like really delve into that and be specific for some of you. But that energy that I said that you were calling in at the beginning with the shuffle and all of those love cards, like, yeah, you're definitely like setting up. Yeah, that's what it is. You're setting up the environment. You are preparing yourself and knowing that energetically, whoever is a match energetically with what it is that you desire is going to just show up with a rose with a little cupid on it. But that is what I got for you, pile number 2. So if this did resonate, if you liked it, make sure that you're subscribed and have the little bell. Don't forget to hit the little bell, because then you're not going to know. You're not going to know when all of my cool readings come out. Then like after you hit subscribe, and then after you like, go and comment and tell me how this resonated. Until we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this amethyst chunk, then you're at the right place. let's take a look at your overall energy. Are you continuing from pile number 2? We have a new romantic cycle begins with new moon in Libra. So, emphasis on balance being worked out right now within your subconscious moon energy. Heavy focus on balancing out energies. I'm trying to figure out how that connects to like romanticism, but I guess we'll just go ahead and usually I get a lot of impressions off the first card, but that's all I'm getting. That's all I got for you. Hold on, is that that noise again? Okay, maybe not. Pile number 3, what messages do we need to hear? Sorry, hopefully I don't get distracted again. Because it was this sound I was hearing earlier that really, like, I couldn't identify, and I don't like not being able to identify what noises are, especially when I keep on hearing them and they don't sound good. So we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. Let me get one from this deck. Pile number 2, please. I'll take this one because I wanted to show itself. Stop. When I said romanticism was heavy in your energy, and then we get partnership. Alright, what was this one? Prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. What is this energy? It feels like restoration. Healing for sure, I'm gonna say, but healing not in the like typical sense of healing. Why does that feel different? I feel the energy of healing, but it sort of is just like a swooping and a relief. It sort of feels like when you've been restoration, like when you've had like in the hot summers, I know here at least, when we have like really hot days and it's just like stagnant heat that you've just been getting and everything's just starting to get real dry and icky, and then you just have like a day or two of like some storms come in or just some like rain and clouds, and it just sort of feels like restoration to sort of restore for those days of like scorching heat on the earth. And it's just like she's restoring herself by adding some moisture to her environment. Okay, that's sort of what it feels like, versus like intentional healing that is typically associated with the energy of healing, like actively doing something, like let's say for example like going around the entire environment with a spray hose and putting like umbrellas everywhere to try to actively, you know, restore and bring some like soothing. It feels like unintentional. I don't know what that is. What is that? I keep on seeing like this, and I don't know what that means. It's just sort of like something that flows in, that sort of like soothes. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe it's just relief, right? How many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's good. Like relief of some sort. Yeah, because that's what amethyst is. And these heavy purples. So like stress, maybe having like a period of a lot of dry, scorching heat. Something that feels like it's actively bringing discomfort and distress in some cases, because I know, like, look at me. My hands being orange. I've been out in the sun painting, and I wear long sleeve, and I wear a cap, and I wear pants. And the only thing that, like, is parts of my face if I'm a certain way, because I'm completely covered up, and my hands. My hands are so scorched and dry because of that intensity of, like, every day, well, not every day, but almost every day of being out there in that. And I'm like, I don't know how many different shades of tone throughout my body, to be honest. But my hands especially have been taking it bad, and then that's sort of what it feels like if you've been taking that on, energetically, of course. I'm just making that comparison as far as, like, to relief. It's just like that cream that I put on, you know, to try to, like, soothe the discomfort or soothe the yeah, I don't know. There was another word I was getting and then I lost it. I don't know what's going on. My focus is not the best today, but also, yeah, I'm not going to go into why, but just know it's not the best today. We have the 14 King of Fire. We have 7 of Earth. We have King of Earth, also card 14. Whoa. Okay, we had some strong, grounded, masculine energy here. And then we have the 6 of Earth. So heavy earth energy in this pile. Okay, so how does this all connect? This, like, soothing of the subconscious. What does that mean? We have King energy, which means, like, something coming into strength or power, but it also can mean like a level of, like, leadership. But this is the subconscious, so things in your subconscious coming to lead, coming, like, rising. What is that? Hold on, let me sit with this energy. I don't know how. Okay, I've been sitting here, and not even that long, okay, but this energy is giving me, like, spiritual awakening, not spiritual awakening, subconscious awakening. Is that spiritual awakening? Maybe. Yes, it's spiritual awakening. It's because it felt like going into depths and then bringing it up. Okay, so this feels like pile 2, which I just did. Why did I feel like this whole... It feels similar, very, very similar to pile 2, but different. Okay, so let me just tell you where I'm going with this. So this feels like immense awakening of the subconscious, of things coming to the surface, like I said, but it's just like this awareness is just like this fast-paced light. With both kings here, I feel like this is like a sacral, something starting from within, from the deepest of the roots, which connects with this reading, right? With what's in the subconscious, deep at our roots. Like, what you see on the very outside, at the very top, is coming from something that is triggered all the way from the bottom. Okay, so this card represents that perfectly as to how I'm envisioning that energy as something that was dormant. Ooh, Kundalini. I love that, because that's how that's represented, right? Yeah, and he's right here. I love that. Okay, yeah, he's right there. Sorry, come on. That snake. that snake. So it's just like literally that awakening of something that sparked in you, like very powerful, like masculine, where it's just like eager, driven, I'm getting the example. Like my mom always told me, like when a that when my dad like pursued her, that's what this is giving me. I'm getting that I keep on like he was like, she knew that he was the one because of how he pursued her with such conviction. And so I always tried to like understand what she meant by that, because that was not my experience. Oh, okay, this last time that I was in a relationship, the most recent relationship, that was my experience. I connected that finally of knowing what she meant by that. Somebody who pursued you with conviction. And that's why I felt strongly guided to like be open to that connection. Okay, so that's what this feels like. Like once there's a like sight set on something, it's just like taking this like eager, stop at nothing approach to take the actions necessary and just wait. You know what I mean? Like a king with all the resources on standby and ready to disperse the resources as need be. So like pooling on all the resources and having them on standby. That's what this is giving me, okay? Something that's being ignited from within and causing like strong action to be taken like in the external world again, which is what all of these piles are basically giving me, right? But in sort of like different subtle ways. Is that there's a lot going on, in other words, with everybody's, or with my collective's subconscious. Those of you that are resonating with me at this time of viewing this reading, definitely that is sort of like allowing for some sort of, and again, yeah, this connects with pile two. Was it 2 or 1? I don't know. There was one of them that had like stagnant energy. No, it was pile 1 because of clear quartz. That was being cleared away. And that's what this is giving me. Like awareness is being made of, like always having the awareness, like these horns are giving me like what is driven, right? What is being, where your drive is being directed with these horns, but not being able to move towards them, but having the ability to the entire time, right? Because he's the one who he's locked in there, but at the same time, like he has the key to there too. So it was like an illusion that was created that you can't move forward. I can't move forward. Like there's no way. Like I don't have the capacity to move forward because look at me. I'm right here and I'm stuck. And it wasn't so bad being stuck, I don't think, because like he's carrying this big old bowl of fruit. So I feel like he's perfectly happy being stuck in this energy, whatever. Found comfort in it, but was willingly choosing, but sort of used it at the same time as like an illusion to mask that the ability to move forward was always there because you have both lock and key, right? But now like this current awakening has sort of like removed that illusion, and it's just like, okay, now that I'm aware of what, this is where I get confused because I don't understand where the maybe it's just spiritual awakening in general that just like created this, because it feels like, yeah, like just something that all of a sudden happened, and then once it happened, it's just like there's no going back. It's like full force. The engines are started and it's setting forward something that was dormant. So I'm getting many things from that, right? I'm getting like a steam train starting to move up, and once it's like chugging like nice and fast, like it's, you know, yeah, there's no stopping it. It's got a lot of momentum behind it. I also got the image of oh, no, I lost it. Well, obviously the horse is running, like getting started, and you know, taking a while to slow down. But there was something else. Oh, factory. A factory that had been like just shut down for a while, and then all of a sudden like turning up all the switches, and all of a sudden everything's just like loud and moving and going, and there's a lot of stuff going on. That's sort of what this feels like, and there's just like no stopping it, right? Like it's full motion. There's motion happening from something that was brought from deep in your subconscious up into your reality, up into your just sort of like acknowledgement, like something that was made clear, or sort of like dusted away the fog. How does this connect with that energy that I was getting at first, with the like restoration? Oh, maybe that's what it is whatever was just like dormant is now being restored, whereas it was just like getting dusty. I don't know. All right, this is supposed to be a mini reading, so I'm just going to cut it off right there and say that that was a pretty good read, and although I wasn't able to conclude as strong, what do we got here? Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Card number 10. The little flame. Look at this drop right here. This drop is reminding of what I said, like the restoration of something, and then there's even like an earth inside the droplet. The earth restoring itself. And it may be like the little beginning stages of it. Treasure your loved ones, and it shows like nurturing a mother with her child in her lap. So nurturing maybe your inner child is what you're doing. Maybe that's what ignited this, but it feels the same. This energy of this feels the same. Like just like some gentleness that swoops over to just sort of like calm. It's the same energy as the amethyst, really. That's what it does. It's just like to soothe. You know what I mean? To soothe when there's a lot of. We'll just say that, okay? But yeah, this soothing, I wasn't really able to like target like where the soothing. It may be from you just really focusing on self, or taking the time to nourish yourself is maybe what it is that you have been doing. But if not, like there's something that's actively like, maybe it's subconscious that you don't even realize that this is like coming over to sort of like ease and soothe. But it's definitely sparking something in you. In your external life, definitely. Whatever it is that you feel like ambitious about or driven towards, that's coming from whatever has been soothing your subconscious energy. It's like sort of like restoring to give you that energy to sort of move forward in the race. To keep going, okay? It's giving you the coals in the fire for that steam train that I saw earlier. It's just like one coal at a time, like just giving you enough soothing restoration to keep you going is what it feels like. For some of you, actually, now it may be partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner up with. Maybe it's just like having some sort of safety net, trustworthy. It could actually be like a partnership, like a person that you are in partnership with, like your partner, your spouse, your whatever. Yeah, just your life partner. That is bringing in this energy of giving you you know, just what you need to continue to like soothe the exhaustion but keep you driven and moving forward. But it's beautiful energy, and that is what is going on. I don't know if this connected completely with the reading, but I hope that it did, with the idea of what's going on in your subconscious emotional energy. Okay, if this did resonate, pile number 3, please click subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the little bell too, that way you get notified when I do post, as well as liking, commenting, and emailing me if you're interested. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. If you're interested in booking a personal reading. And so we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 4. Thank you for joining me for this reading. If you chose this Milky Quartz, then you're at the right place. Let's take a look at your main energy. We have your dreams need a practical plan with full moon in Taurus. This feels like having a lot of subconscious desire, but it sort of feels like if you had like a well. I feel like I'm looking down into the hole of a well, and you're just like filling it and filling it and filling it and filling it with desire in your mind, right? Like when you're envisioning or imagining or fantasizing, even for some of you, you're just like filling that well of your desires, but not necessarily doing anything like as far as like taking actions to move in the direction of those desires, if that makes sense. I feel like there's like a part of you that's like sort of in preparation for it, but yet it's like a big buildup. It's like a big buildup of preparation. But I feel like there's a lot there. So maybe it's sort of like an overwhelming amount of energy that it's going to take to, or maybe it's sort of like it hasn't made itself clear to you, like how to sort of navigate your way into taking these actions, because there's so many built up desires there. Or I don't know if they're like separate desires, or it's just like one big dream vision that you have for your life, and it's like all of that bottled up into one giant intermingled desire. If that makes sense. But emphasis on beginning steps. Okay, beginning to take steps. Even if you don't have it all laid out, is the guidance that I'm sort of getting, to just sort of take a baby step. Go with what you most immediately feel guided to do. Like take a tiny little baby step towards something. Even if it's just like doing the beginning research. Taking, you know, some notes about some information that you might need towards these desires of yours. Purchasing one thing, if it's something that you're trying to like set up, purchasing one thing towards it, one tiny little thing, nothing big, not investing the huge amount of all the tools and supplies and whatever materials, just getting one thing, you know, like taking a baby step. It is something small, but doing something. Like even if you're just like, this one thing is so insignificant, like I'm trying to build a house and I went to the store and bought a box of nails. Like how the fuck is that? Oh I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just that just in the very last reading, I mentioned that Morning to Oracle and I were trying our best to like keep it G or PG, because we didn't know if that's why we were like staggy in our like views and YouTube algorithm pushing our videos. And she thought that it might be that we like cuss in in our videos, and she just messaged me earlier saying that she was recording one for her channel and that she made it to pile 3. I think I made it to pile 4, so I win. If this was a bet, which next time it will be. It's so dumb. But anyways, I made it to pile 4 before saying, yeah. Anyways, I could edit it out, but whatever. I really don't think it is, because there's some readers that I watch that just like cuss all damn day. So their channels have plenty of subscribers, plenty of views, and it's not affecting their algorithm in any way, but whatever. Anyways, that was way off. But anyways, where was I? The nails. You're just like, how the heck is a box of nails gonna get me anywhere closer towards my filled up well of this like 3-story mansion? And all I have is 1 box of nails. But do the damn thing, pile number 4. Buy the box of nails, okay? Because you know what? Today you have the box of nails, but at the end of the year, you may have like a substantial amount of materials available if you just keep on taking some baby steps. Whatever that is for you, okay? So if it's not like building something, okay, I'm not going to go into all of the possibilities of what it could be. Y'all know. Y'all know. You know what this is for you. Anyways, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So these are 2 full moon energies. So having a lot of worry involved, or maybe a lot of challenge involved in being able to take those baby steps. But that's sort of like clearing through somehow for you. Let me get the other cards for your pile number 4, please. Oh, okay, that's going to be significant, whatever you are. 3 main energies for pile number 4, please. Oh, one of them flipped. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I have to take them. Okay. Alright, that's the end. No more cards. This is supposed to be a mini reading. Alright, hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Yeah, that's what I was saying as far as like there being challenge or fear involved or worry. And it's a matter of keeping a positive outlook, because for some of you, I feel like the depth of the amount of desire is the depth of the amount of challenge as well, which I feel like it goes deep. So, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a subconscious reading, right? I lost all sense. Okay. I took a little snack break. Mid-intro, doesn't even get very far. I took a snack break, okay? I just did. Don't worry about it. We have card 15, 16, 17, Journey. 17. Stop. I'm sorry. I cannot. Okay. It's Roman numerals, so it took me a second before realizing that it was the number 17, which I've been seeing all over the place. I saw it all in yesterday's readings when I was recording them. I saw them like in 3 different piles. I've been seeing it all over in my active life, in my whatever. Journey. I was right away pulled to like the halfway, like half in the dark, half in the light, as well as this like balance with the fishes. So like Pisces energy right back there, but really being like solid in like a merge of some sort. So we'll see what that means. Card number 10 with wisdom. Look at this little lantern. That's significant with the illumination. Oh, we have love. Card 12 with love. Is that what I said? Did I say about love? No, I said desire. Okay, because that's the vibe I was getting with the greens and the pinks. Love. But anyways, the scribe, card number 12. So 12, 12. The scribe. We have card 7 of fire. No, this is not fire. This is air. No. No, it is fire. Why am I drawing blanks? No, it has to be fire. It's because it's giving me fire energy, but it's giving me air energy at the same time. Well, the two are very closely connected, right? But there's also a duality in this as well. This is going to be an interesting ass message, okay? And I'm just going to like not try to contain myself. Stupid. I mean, like, keep it G or PG because I already ruined it. So what is the point? What is the point? I have 3 more cards for you. We have desire. Stop it. Card 20 with desire. That's what I said, you were filling your well up. You're filling it with immense desire, and there it is right there. Confirmed for you. And then we have 4 of air. Okay, so then this is fire. The symbol. I always get those confused. Okay, so yeah, this is the 4 of air. And then we have the 3 of fire. Let me sit with this energy, okay? Okay. So I moved everything around, clearly. I took a good long break, and then I shifted the cards around and I sat with them because I feel like there's just so much going on. And this was not the intention to do like a full in-depth, but regardless, here I am with an in-depth spread in front of me, okay? I know that I've had piles that have been coming out in my readings that have a lot going on. So it's just like, but it's all subconscious is the thing, which means that the majority of the subconscious energy and the direction that it's taking is the thoughts. It's the mental energy that's steering the ship when it comes to this pile's energy, as well as the same pile. If this is the same pile, I just saw 111. If this is the same pile that I've been getting in other readings where I've been seeing like there's a lot going on, there's a lot of shifts or decisions or things becoming illuminated that are sort of like changing the trajectory of your navigator of your GPS. Something that shifted in your energy when it comes to desires that is now steering you. However, because it's so new and not like really anchored, which is what I feel is happening in your energy subconsciously, there's some sort of balance that's starting to emerge where there was imbalance. And if this is about the moon energy and emotions, so that would be your emotions, your subconscious emotions where there was an imbalance are now beginning to come to stages of creating some sort of balance that's going to sort of calm the waters. I keep on seeing this as a ship, okay? Steering and navigating, so we're going to use the ship metaphor for your pile. Like if the ship is in like turbulent waters or has been in turbulent waters in storms, so you can't even see clearly in the sky, and then the waters are also chaotic, so it's just like challenge on top of challenge in keeping above and keeping alive and keeping it safe enough, you know, to manage your way in surviving through. But now all of a sudden there's illumination coming through where there was darkness before, and this illumination is being guided or steered. Like you're the one steering your way into the light, which is then sort of like calming the waters, if that makes sense. And it has to do with what you're doing with your thoughts. Remember, your thoughts are the ones steering this subconscious ship, if you will. And so all of a sudden, I feel like there's active intention in steering your thoughts in a specific direction. I feel like you're more... What is going on? I have like my walls moving, like if there's like... What is happening? Okay, I don't hear it anymore. So yeah, like all of a sudden there's this like illumination that is showing you the direction of the calmer waters, which is headed to where you're... Maybe this is the resistance was the turbulent waters in your subconscious. There was a lot of resistance, and it was just causing confusion and chaos and like a blur and not being able to see clearly and navigate your way out of that. So you were just sort of like stumbling around in the storm and the darkness and the turbulent waters. And now there is a glimpse. I won't say there's a clear sense of guidance, because I feel like it's like mid with this journey the way it is, like just having access to, like he's in the mid right here, right? He can go back this way or he can go back this way. But he's in the mid of sort of like having the potential. This is the mid with the, yeah, this is going to connect with other readings also, like being in the in-between. Like decisions made now, yeah, that completely connects. Decisions made now are sort of like steering the ship for what's coming next, for what you're experiencing next. The road that you take, the path that you take is going to decide. Are you going to be in the darkness? If you go left, your path is going to be in darkness. That is clearly made visible to you here. If you go to the right, your path is going to be in light, in illumination. So neither is good, neither is bad, okay? We all have cycles that we have to go through, and the decisions that we make is just steering us in that direction. That's all that it is. There is no wrong, there is no right. Like this life experience is just navigating you around, your way around. That's really all it is. There's no like destination. Although we live our lives with a destination most of the time, and something that we're striving for, always in focus, like really the destination is not the important part. It's just the navigating through, right? How you go about doing that. That's the experience. And excuse me. All right, I clear that through. But like I said, like being in the mid and having certain awareness that you are the one steering the ship with your thoughts. They are the ones guiding you, okay? That's that wisdom. But I feel like, yeah, there's been a lot of introspection. There's been a lot of deep diving. This connects with all the piles. I feel like all the piles are like literally it's the same message, just slightly different. Okay. So then we get into this energy of, I moved this stuff over here because I felt like this was in the subconscious, and then I felt like this was in the external, like above the waters. All of this thought energy but gaining, I feel like there's a lot of like, I was going to say researching, I was going to say computing, and then tutoring came out. I don't know why that came out. There's a lot of learning going on. There's a lot of knowledge that you are absorbing at this time in your external world. So I don't know what that is. Like for some of you, I'm hearing podcasts. For some of you, maybe it's these pick a card readings. Like you're watching different pick a card readers that are like really like illuminating certain things for you. Books and libraries, I'm seeing for some of you also. For others of you, I just feel like just meditating and connecting with yourself. But however you're going about learning, there's a lot of learning going on where you're just like absorbing knowledge, but this knowledge is really like I'm hearing like, you know, when you're like a kid and you're like in the assemblies and they're just like, knowledge is power. But I heard that right now, like, knowledge is power. Is what I feel. Oh, sorry, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, there I go again. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, knowledge is power. Whatever it is that you're learning, it's not just like, oh, like useless information. Like, no, this knowledge is power. It all makes sense. So dumb. Anyways, why do I say that? Not only because this energy feels that way, it feels like it's like if this is like a computer chip, I don't know why, probably because of the shapes, the geometry and the little gears and stuff. If this were like a computer chip and it needs certain parts in order for the chip to function, I don't know why I'm seeing that. I'm not even like a techie person, but yeah, I'm sure it makes sense, right? Like it has to have all of the parts in a certain place in order for that to work in the way that it needs to work, in order to function in the power source that it has the capacity to function in. You see, that made sense to someone. Whatever I just said. But I feel like that's what's happening. Like whatever you are learning is sort of like filling the pieces or providing you with the materials, the supplies, the tools to be able to make that computer chip run at full capacity for you. And then we have the scribe here, which is like, so this is connecting with like ancient Egypt and this, again, with this power, okay? And I'm seeing like this like darkened eyes and this like what looks like obsidian. And it's giving me, with the scribe. Oh, why can't I think it? What is it called? Is that what it's called? When you like look into the black obsidian glass to try to like connect and pull messages from like other realms. Is that what it's called? Scribing? Sorry, I'm over here all shifting around. I think that's what it's called, like scribing, scribing. No, yeah, it is scribing. I don't know. I don't know why I can't think clearly, but regardless. Okay, so it was like held with power, this title of the scribe. Why? Because not everybody had access to infinite knowledge, to the libraries of knowledge, to education as we call it today, okay? Which, no, like that's like, that word doesn't compare to what I'm talking about here. So being able to have access to all of this knowledge and being able to not only communicate it, you're like a human library. I keep on seeing like the Akashic records, a giant infinite library, and then you're in there like absorbing all the knowledge and then like gaining so much from it, but then you become the vessel, right? You're absorbing it like a SpongeBob. I just saw 12/12. And then you're like a vessel for all of that knowledge because you just absorbed it all. But then being able to, because you hold all of it, to be able to go out into the world or into your external life and be able to relay that knowledge, to transmute that knowledge into strategy, because it says your dreams need a practical plan, like to transmute that knowledge into some sort of strategy in order to give you a sense of direction of where to go, okay? And the Three of Fire is like the Three of Wands energy, so it's like having taken the time to prepare and then take action. Okay. There was something I was going to say about like transcribing, because like that's included in the energy of the scribe, to be able to, because I did say transmute it into action, but at the same time, like transcribe is the ability to, like, before people all had access to reading and writing, the scribe had the honor of being able to have access to the knowledge, hold the knowledge, but then to be able to transcribe it as well, like into characters, right? If you can see the little in his chin, the hieroglyphic, I think those, I don't know if those are hieroglyphics, but they're symbols, okay? To be able to transcribe knowledge into written language. Okay, why is my throat chakra shutting down? Hold on. I was just going to say something about communication, because I was focusing on the symbols coming out of the mouth. So it was just like not only transcribing it into written language, but as well as like communicating it. And then my throat chakra started to like get all raspy and ugly. That just tells me, like, side note, something going on with your throat chakra, but it's sort of, oh, hear my throat again? It's sort of like, it's still doing something, sorry. I felt like a bubble in my throat that was like traveling through, and I didn't want to say anything because then I felt like weird noises were going to come out of my throat. But definitely something going on that's going to be for sure confirmation that there's something going on with your throat chakra. But it feels like movement that's sort of like stuck or sort of trying to get its way through. If that makes sense. That sounded gross, by the way. Your pipes are backed up. That's what I really meant to say. That's what it felt like, that bubble that was like in my like throat bubble. I just saw 15. And it sort of felt like the bubble was like wanting to come out, but it was like moving very slowly because it felt like it was heavy. I don't know. That's going to mean something for somebody. So take that only if it resonates, something with communication. But regardless, this information, this learning, this knowledge that you are gaining and absorbing and now transmuting into certain actions and being able to navigate your journey from this point on. Something about love also. So this could just be like really like shifting your energy into a place of love. Obviously, love is the easiest way to like higher your vibration. Always love and compassion, the energy of unconditional love and the energy of compassion. Oh my god. And as I'm saying that, I feel the bubble rising in my throat like I'm about to burp. I love that. Because that's literally how I was like viewing it. Like I just saw it like your energy, if your energy is like sort of like feeling dense, like weighed down, that's how you experience like negative energies, right? Negative energies are more dense, they're more uncomfortable. They sort of feel like they hold you back from really like feeling happy, sort of moving forward, sort of taking actions. Those denser energies, that's something that's being worked through. And I was just saying about like unconditional love and compassion are the best energies, the highest vibrations. So if you start to implement those into your life, which you are, into some capacity, love and hope, you know, those are powerful energies. Especially the love right here, that's gonna just like literally like come and give you a lift up in vibration. Just make things more lighter. But also remember, I mentioned in the beginning about the tunnels like being very deep, like having a lot of depth in them. I just saw 1717. Ugh, that one's for me though, okay, because I've been seeing that everywhere. But yeah, like the depth of those wells, yeah, like rising in them. If you might have felt like you were like drowning in those deep wells of desire that you have, that you're trying to experience. Taking the actions towards them, because subconsciously you are being made aware and like sort of like making connections and being able to use that and transmute it into inspired action. Inspired action has been a strong emphasis in some of these readings lately. I keep on bringing that up, but it's the right energy. It's the right word. Inspired action is the right thing, because it's actions that you take that actually get you somewhere towards where you want to be, which is what that energy is. Okay, that's coming through. Am I hearing somebody cut the damn grass right now? It's like almost midnight. Oh no, that's something else. My bad. I was like, stop it already. Okay. So this wisdom, desire, and this, what was this giving me? This is the last thing I need to mention. Okay, this was, I was going to connect with the waters when I said that there's something. Oh my God. I don't know. I hope you didn't hear that, but I just burped, but it came out very like slowly and steadily. I love how I just described the entire process of my nasty little burp bubble and how I made it connect to your spiritual guidance reading. Oh, I'm such a little gross human. But regardless, like, it's not my fault, right? Like, I didn't choose to have a human body that functions in gross ways. I didn't ask for this. But anyways, that like calmer waters, something in these desires that's shifting your energy is sort of allowing for calmer waters, is sort of what I feel. Oh yeah, because there was emphasis on personal issue reaches resolution, which sort of felt for me like the calmer waters that you've been hoping for. But also having illumination of where you're headed now, versus before where you were just like sort of like in the darkness, just being in turbulent water, not knowing, not having a clear vision. I feel like you have a vision now. So where you navigate your way from this point, like, is up to you. But I feel like you're taking inspired action towards these desires that you have, okay? Because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of intensity and a lot of depth into the amount of desire that's coming out in your energy, pile number 4. And balance. I said balance, right? The half. There's something about balance strong in your energy. I feel like there's something that I'm missing. Like a steady back and forth. There was something in this energy about the steady back and forth, because the energy of the 4 of air is typically the 4 of swords, which is like a pause, like a retreat, which connects with this energy, because this is about like making those connections. So that requires like a pullback of energy, a pause, which is indicated here in this wisdom, like the hermit energy, like a pause to reflect, a pause to really like take account or take a good clear look at what you see in front of you, and then taking the action, because this is like pause energy and this is action energy, so it's sort of like opposite. So I feel like you're just sort of like I've been doing that so bad lately. I apologize, because I've been doing hand motions and speaking through made up hand motion, made up sign language. I apologize. I think it was Trina, though, that was just like, I understand what you're saying. So thank you for being able to read my energy and my made up hand language. But what I actually was envisioning in my mind when I was doing this was like, if you've seen the old-timey cartoons, which is what I'm envisioning. Like, you see like a railroad track, and you see like the little cart, and there's like this like handle on the cart, and if you just like, you know, like wobble it like that, like it sort of starts to gain traction and push you forward, versus where you're not necessarily just at a standstill. You're not on full brake, but you're not on full gas. Wait, that's the wrong card. This would be the card of the gas. You're not on full brake, but you're not on full gas, but you're not on both at the same time either. You're just like brake, gas, brake, gas, brake, gas, brake, gas. And it's like pushing you forward. Oh, there goes my wrist. pushing you forward in the direction of your desires. And then there's like little like fireworks. That was a beautiful ending to a reading. That was very long, considering this was supposed to be a mini reading, pile number 4. And I forgot I still have one last card. Me all mad. Y'all better be liking, subscribing, and commenting with your full-length reading. Alright, so let me get one last card for pile number 4 to close off their moon energy. Pile number 4, please. Just one. Something showed itself. There we go. Ooh, came out with force. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Card 46. I was going to try to connect this to this, but no. This is going to be for those of you who are in some sort of connection. Obviously, right? Unless... No, I was going to say something silly, but no. This, yeah, that's going to resonate for those of you whose little lantern is lit up right now. And you're going to know who that is when you see this message. Okay, so whoever comes into mind when you hear the advice and guidance of spending quality time together. So focus on listening and talking to each other. Wait a minute. I can connect that to this reading. Rewind, reverse. Remember when I said that there was something that was helping you shift? Did I say that? I might have made it. I might have made it up just now. This might be something contributing to the desires, the shift, the learning, the hope. All of the above or none of the above. Take that however it resonates. That is what I got for you. I was going to say that is what I got for you, Milky Quartz. Oh, okay. I got to close this reading off. Because that sounded really dirty when I said it out loud. Like when I thought it in my head, I thought it sounded funny. But then when I said it out loud, I felt like really dirty. Alright, that's what I got for you, pile number 4. If this resonated, subscribe, like, comment, share, do those things until we vibe again.